Today our topic is electrode potential. Now before studying about electrode potential, let's take a quick look at the previous presentation in which we did galvanic cell. Now in this galvanic cell, I already told you, and I'm sure you remember, that the direction of the flow of electrons is this, from this half of the cell to this half of the cell, from the oxidation half to the reduction half. In this case from zinc electrode to copper electrode, because this direction of flow is there because anode is at higher potential. So basically the direction of the flow of electrons is from the electrode at higher potential to the electrode at the lower potential. That is why in today's presentation we'll study what this electrode potential is. Now if we think about the literal meaning, electrode potential, the capacity of an electrode to undergo a change. That change can be oxidation or it can be reduction. It can lose its electrons or it can gain its electrons when you place that electrode in contact with the solution of its own ions. For example, if you are taking an electrode of zinc metal, we'll put it in contact with the ions of zinc only. Then in that situation, if it undergoes oxidation, or we take copper that will undergo reduction, that change, that capacity of an electrode is known as electrode potential. Thus a very simple definition, it is the tendency of an electrode to lose or gain electrons, to get oxidized or to get reduced when we put it in contact with the solution of its own ions, as is shown in this diagram, right? Now whatever happens, चाहे मेटल की ऑक्सीडेशन हो, उस इलेक्ट्रोड जो मटेरियल ऑफ द मेटल होगा, चाहे वो जिंक हो, कॉपर हो, निकल हो, एनी मटेरियल, उसकी अपने आयंस के सोल्यूशन में चाहे ऑक्सीडेशन हो चाहे रिडक्शन हो, देयर विल बी अ सेपरेशन ऑफ चार्ज because we have M atoms of the metal, and we'll have M plus or Mn plus ions depending on the nature of the metal. There will be a separation of charge between these ions and the metal atoms, because of which a potential difference is created. They are at equilibrium with each other and we'll see a potential difference. Therefore, you can have another very simple definition of electrode potential, which is that it is simply the electrical potential difference set up between the metal and its ions in the solution, right? Now, as I said, depending on the material of the metal, it can either undergo oxidation or reduction. Thus, we can name the potential like this. If the electrode undergoes oxidation, we can call it oxidation potential. If it undergoes reduction, we can call it reduction potential. However, हम अकेले इस अरेंजमेंट में हाफ सेल लेके we cannot measure this electrode potential. It is measured like this. The setup is similar to the galvanic cell, in which one half of the cell is the half जिस metal का हमें electrode potential measure करना हो, and other half is that of standard hydrogen electrode, which is used as a reference electrode. So जो भी हम measure करेंगे potential of the electrode, which can be its oxidation potential, it can be its reduction potential, it is measured with respect to She, standard hydrogen electrode. We'll study in detail about it. For the time being, remember this, that आप एक half cell लेके measure नहीं कर सकते. You have to take a full cell in which one half will be of the metal जिसका measurement करना है. Second half will be the reference electrode, which is the standard hydrogen electrode. Now this next point also is important. We say electrode potential and we measure generally standard electrode potential. The prefix standard stands for standard conditions. When your solution is 1 molar concentration ka and you're maintaining temperature at 298 Kelvin. When the molar concentration is unity and temperature is maintained at 298 Kelvin, this electrode potential becomes standard electrode potential and it is represented by E naught, right? So these are the basic points about electrode potential. Let's see how we measure it. As I said, measurement of electrode potential is always done with respect to a reference electrode, which is our standard hydrogen electrode. And this is the construction of the standard hydrogen electrode, in which in this half cell we have hydrochloric acid, We have a tube in which there is a copper wire linked to the platinum electrode. Then we have hydrogen gas at 1 atmosphere pressure inside that tube, and we are maintaining temperature at 298 Kelvin. A very simple diagram to understand the principle and the construction of the standard hydrogen electrode. Now if we have to measure it, you can relate it to galvanic cell. It is almost pura hi similar to what a galvanic cell is. It has two halves like the galvanic cell. Now in this case, one half is the reference electrode, the standard hydrogen electrode, and the other half is the copper electrode dipped in the solution of copper ions. Now what will happen? Whether this will undergo reduction or oxidation, it obviously depends on the nature of the metal, and accordingly standard hydrogen electrode will be either the oxidation half or the reduction half. In this cell, since on this side, on the right hand side, on the reduction half side, we have copper, it undergoes reduction, thus this side, the side of the standard hydrogen electrode, is the oxidation half of the cell. We have a proper salt bridge. We can see the flow of electrons from oxidation half to the reduction half. As I said in the beginning, electrons always flow from higher potential to lower potential. So in this cell, hydrogen undergoes oxidation, losing the electrons. Those electrons are gained by copper ions, which undergo reduction, and thus copper gets deposited on the electrode. And this is the potential. The capacity of copper to get reduced, its electrode potential, its reduction potential here is shown in the voltmeter, which is E0. Standard electrode potential is 0.34 volt. So by using this cell, we can measure the electrode potential. Now take a look at this diagram. In this we have taken zinc, right? Now as I said, what will be the change? It depends on the nature of the metal, and zinc with respect to hydrogen will undergo oxidation. Now this half is the oxidation half. You can see the moment of electrons. It is from again oxidation half to the reduction half. Now standard hydrogen electrode ka half jo hai, it is the reduction half, and the electrode potential in this setup of zinc metal comes out to be 0.76. It is its oxidation potential. I have hidden this negative sign because we'll talk about it later. Let's not talk about the sign right now. All you can see in this slide and all you need to remember right now is that in this diagram, in this cell, zinc undergoes oxidation, thus its oxidation potential, its electrode potential is 0.76 volts. Right? This is how we measure it. Now how do we express it? ऐसे ही करके जैसे हमने कॉपर का यहाँ पे मेजर किया इलेक्ट्रोड पोटेंशियल, जिंक का मेजर किया, we have measured the electrode potential of a number of metals and we have arranged them in a series like this, and we call this whole series the electrochemical series, right? So what is an electrochemical series? It is a series in which the electrode potentials of various metals are arranged with respect to the standard hydrogen electrode, jiska electrode potential has been arbitrarily fixed as 0, right? You can see in this slide, this is our She, standard hydrogen electrode. Its electrode potential is 0 and some lie above it, some lie below it. Let's see which ones lie above it and which ones lie below it. Now one thing here is very important, that if a metal undergoes oxidation, we can call it oxidation potential. If a metal undergoes reduction, we call it reduction potential. But by convention, electrode potential is expressed as reduction potential only. We express the electrode potential of every metal as its reduction potential, and it's very easy. We just have to change the sign. How? If an electrode undergoes reduction with respect to standard hydrogen electrode, its reduction potential has a positive sign like this. Copper undergoes reduction, it is plus 0.34. However, if an electrode undergoes oxidation with respect to She, it will have a positive oxidation potential, but when we express it as its reduction potential, we will give it a negative sign. The value remains the same, but the sign is changed. That is why we have a negative here. and this therefore becomes the reduction potential of zinc. Am I clear? In this setup, zinc is undergoing oxidation and its oxidation potential is plus 0.76, but since by convention we express electrode potential as reduction potential only, in order to express oxidation potential as reduction potential, we simply change the sign. Minus 0.76 volt is the reduction potential of zinc. Right? It is very simple because reduction half is just a reverse of oxidation half. So you keep the value the same, you just change the sign. Thus reduction potential is equal to minus oxidation potential. And इसी arrangement को हम कहते हैं electrochemical series. Now take a look at this electrochemical series. Hydrogen is somewhere in the middle. Its electrode potential. Now इसमें जो सारे arranged हैं, these are reduction potentials. It is 0. With respect to hydrogen, इसके ऊपर जितने भी metals हैं, all of them undergo reduction. That is why they have a positive reduction potential. And इसके नीचे जितने भी हैं, all of them undergo oxidation with respect to hydrogen, and that is why they are below it, and their reduction potential is shown in negative. Like let's again talk about nickel. Nickel with respect to She undergoes oxidation. Thus its oxidation potential is 0.26. But since electrode potential is expressed as reduction potential, its reduction potential becomes minus 0.26. Right? We express these electrode potentials in terms of reduction potential only. That is why the sign negative here. ये सारे के सारे reduction potentials हैं, in spite of the fact these undergo oxidation with respect to hydrogen electrode. Applications of the electrochemical series. We can use this electrochemical series to decipher a lot of results in electrochemistry. Number one, we can compare the relative oxidizing and reducing powers. I'm sure the concept of oxidation and reduction is very clear in your mind. And you remember that the substance that undergoes oxidation acts as a reducing agent, and the substance that undergoes reduction acts as an oxidizing agent. We have these arrows showing the strength of their reducing and oxidizing power. Since these are all reduction potentials, you can see that these have weaker reducing power, these have stronger reducing power, because with respect to hydrogen, all of these basically undergo oxidation, thus they will be stronger reducing agents. These undergo reduction, they will be weaker reducing agents, they will be stronger oxidizing agents. So taking a look at the electrochemical series, you can compare the oxidizing powers and the reducing powers of various metals. To compare the relative activities of metals. See, in a salt solution, it is very much possible that you can replace one metal by another, but you cannot replace every metal by every other metal. There has to be a certain relationship. Then only you can replace metal A by metal B. What is that relationship? Greater the oxidation potential of a metal, greater is its reactivity. As a result of this, a metal with greater oxidation potential can displace metals with lower oxidation potentials from their salt solutions. With the help of this electrochemical cell, we can see whether zinc can replace nickel in a salt solution or not. Actually, it can, because the oxidation potential of zinc is 0.76 and that of nickel is 0.26. And what did we study right now? The one with the higher oxidation potential can replace the one with the lower oxidation potential. In a salt solution, zinc can replace nickel, but nickel cannot replace zinc, because zinc is a more active metal. It can replace nickel. To calculate standard EMF of any galvanic cell, once we have these values, we have the electrode potentials, we can calculate EMF of a galvanic cell. E0 cell, standard EMF of a cell, is given by a very simple reaction: standard reduction potential of the reduction half plus standard oxidation potential of the oxidation half. Now we can rewrite it as this. This one is very important: standard reduction potential of the reduction half minus standard reduction potential of the oxidation half. As we learned previously, we express electrode potential in terms of reduction potential only, and in place of oxidation potential, if we are writing reduction potential here, the sign plus will change to minus because oxidation potential is minus reduction potential. But this part of the equation is standard reduction potential, no doubt, but of which half? Of oxidation half. Moving further, we can say standard reduction potential of the right hand side electrode minus standard reduction potential of the left hand side electrode is the standard EMF of the cell, because the reduction potential, reduction half, is always on the right hand side and oxidation half is always on the left hand side. लेकिन दोनों का हम reduction potential ले रहे हैं. In a very simple manner, we can say E0 cell. This is the most commonly used expression, that is why I have highlighted it. E0 cell, EMF, standard EMF of a cell is equal to E0 cathode minus E0 anode. E0 of the electrode on which reduction takes place minus E0 of the electrode on which oxidation takes place. By using this equation, you can in any numerical calculate EMF, standard EMF of a cell. The next one is, next application of this electrochemical series, we can predict whether a metal reacts with acid to give hydrogen gas. All metals on reacting with acid do not give hydrogen gas. Which ones do release hydrogen gas? Those which have a negative reduction potential. Thus, when you take a look at this electrochemical series, ये जो सारे values है, ये क्या है? Reduction potentials. All of these which have a negative reduction potential, which basically undergo oxidation with respect to standard hydrogen electrode. All of these metals only, on reacting with an acid, will release hydrogen gas. These ones above hydrogen, they will not release hydrogen gas when they react with an acid. That is what is written here. As a result of this, metals with greater oxidation potential can we are not on this one. All the metals lying below hydrogen in this electrochemical series give hydrogen gas on reacting with an acid because they have negative reduction potential. The last one is to predict the spontaneity of a redox reaction. Is your reaction spontaneous or not? Do you have to initiate it or it is spontaneous? You can determine it on the basis of the results given in this electrochemical series. How? Using these electrode potentials, we can calculate EMF of the cell, and if that EMF is positive, then it is spontaneous. For a reaction to be spontaneous, its EMF, electromotive force, must be positive. वो आपको कैसे पता चलेगा? Oxidation half and reduction half के electrode potentials लेके you will calculate that EMF. If it is negative, it is not spontaneous. If it is positive, it is spontaneous. Alright?